to another episode of Jadu Lifestyle. In fact, it is episode number 29. And today we're going to, we have a wonderful guest for you. So sit back, listen, and join us. Thank you again for joining us. And Kelly, welcome to our Jadu Lifestyle podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Tody. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, no problem. And I was excited to have you on because you have some interesting things going on. So, first of all, my audience have no idea who you are. So, why don't we go ahead and tell them who you are? What do you do? Why are you here?
Why am I here? Okay, well, I am a mom of 4, a wife. I am a level 2 NAHA certified aromatherapist. I am a certified health coach, a holistic health coach, and I'm also a certified aromatic iridologist. And I'm here hopefully to help people understand a little bit more about essential oils, because essential oils can play an intricate part in helping to support our bodies to feeling the way that we want to feel.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us and for sharing your information. I have a couple of things to ask because I myself am a massage therapist, but for a number of years, I did not use essential oils because I felt I didn't have enough information about it and that I could probably hurt my clients. But I have heard many therapists, and I know many therapists who use oils, and they say there's nothing wrong with it. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that especially when it comes to working with other people, that you need an education. You just can't put some oils together and use them on a client and think that nothing is going to go wrong. It will eventually with either the client or even yourself. You have to really know somebody's health. You have to know the oils that you're using. They can interact with medicines. They can interact with just about anything. Allergies, if you're pregnant, if you have severe chronic illnesses, there's so much that can go wrong. And I think that as practitioners, we have the responsibility of trying to keep our clients safe and do the best thing by them. And I found that only through a true education of studying aromatherapy can you get the answers that you need before you apply oils to somebody else.
Okay. My understanding is that oils are oils. So can you explain a little bit of what you mean by you can hurt somebody? Because one, we're told that it's plant, derived, therefore plants are good for the body. So therefore, how does essential oil, or what in essential oil make it not safe?
Okay, well, the plants are fabulous. As we all know, they're safe. But essential oils are the concentrated versions of those plants. So where you can put some leaves of peppermint in your teacup and drink that safely, if you take 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, that's like having 40 cups of tea. They're really strong and they're really potent when you're working with pure and good quality oils. Essential oils such as lavender can cause a child with ADHD to have a manic episode. Peppermint can affect a breastfeeding mom's milk supply. It can make your heart race just that little bit quicker and your blood pressure go up a little bit, or a lot, depending on the person. Lavender can help lower your blood pressure. Ylang-ylang helps even it out. When you have things like this that can support your body and help you regulate a heartbeat, you need to know about them before you use them on yourself, your children, and especially your clients. There are essential oils that can mimic a blood thinner. So if you're already on blood thinners and you use this essential oil, you can be in a whole lot of serious problems by using that. So that's why the education is just so important. And even for somebody like myself, who I use oils on a regular basis, I walked into a business just last week that I was going to sign up at. It was a gym of sorts. And when I walked in, they had their diffuser going all day. And as soon as I walked in, I started to cough and my throat started to close up. It's just, they were running their diffuser all day long, which is against safety guidelines. And they didn't know, they had no idea. But just affecting somebody as soon as they walk in the door, you know that they're using oils that they need more education in.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of companies that sell essential oils, and I know one in particular, their forte is essential oils. We have many, especially where I live, we have many therapists in their company, and they're a multi-level marketing company, and basically they tell you, and this is kind of one of my concerns, they tell you that one of the oil, if you put it in a styrofoam cup, it would literally cut the cup, but yet they tell you it's okay to drink, to ingest it. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, that is a topic that really hits home for me, and I actually did my research paper for my certification on the dangers of the information being put out by some companies. Now, I want to say first that not all multi-level marketing companies who sell oils give bad information. They don't. There are some really great ones out there, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm labeling everybody the same. But I know firsthand people who have been seriously hurt, and in some cases irreparably hurt, by doing things like applying the essential oils to their skin without a carrier oil. That's called applying it neat. With ingesting essential oils, there is a really great book out there written by Stacey Hatkala, and it's called The Unspoken Truth of Essential Oils. And what it does is it tells her journey, that she followed the instruction of an MLM person. She signed up to sell oils, and she was using the oils and going through the protocols that they told her. And when she started to have health issues directly related to the essential oils, what they did was they told her to use more oils. And so she started to use more. And now, a few years later, she's still not completely healed from all the damage that was done. She was basically almost bedridden, or completely bedridden. I don't remember the exact detail on that, but because of being told to use them incorrectly. And what happens with is these companies that are telling people to put a drop of lemon or a couple drops of lemon in their water and drink it every day, and that person says, well, I'm fine, nothing's happened. Well, you're not seeing the inside of your body, and you're not seeing the damage being done to your liver or your internal organs by doing what you're doing. And scientifically, ingesting essential oils is actually the least effective way to use them. But ingesting essential oils is pushed by some companies because the more you ingest, the more you use, and the more you have to buy.
Right.
I spoke to over 60 people to do my research paper, and I would say about 85% of them had adverse reactions by following the steps put out by some of these companies. It's horrifying how many people are getting hurt. And what's even more scary is when a child is hurt, people don't think to blame the essential oils. So they just think that the child has a rash or an upset stomach or a burn on their skin, or they're having a hard time breathing. They don't attribute it to the essential oils because their now best friend who helps them sell oils told them that they were perfectly safe, when in actuality, they're just not. Just because it comes from nature doesn't mean it is safe in any quantity at any time, at any amount, used any way they want.
Okay, we are friends on Facebook, and I remember
Hmm.
you posting something that really caught my attention because in my practice I do prenatal massage, and you had posted something about a client or somebody you knew that was pregnant and was using lavender, and you
Uh,
cautioned them on it because, well, why don't you go ahead and explain that?
well,
That caught my attention.
it wasn't lavender. It was a recipe being promoted. This woman. Okay, so what had happened was I was reached out to by somebody I don't know. This woman contacted me and she said, "Hey, Kelly, I know that you're studying the safety of essential oils. Can you go on my friend's page? And she's saying something that I think is not safe." And I said, "Okay, I'll go look." So I went to look, and the friend who posted this information actually posted a graphic promoting one of the essential oil companies. And it was a blend for summer legs, to make your legs look prettier in the summer. And I was reading through the comments, and there was quite a few women on there that were pregnant that were using it. So I put a post up on that thread saying, "Please be cautious, check your information. This isn't a blend that's safe if you're pregnant." Well, the woman came back to me and she said, "Well, that's ridiculous. I'm pregnant and I do this every day." And I said, "Please do your research." And she was mad, told me that it was approved by her company and all of this stuff. And so I just stopped commenting. A couple of days later, the woman who originally reached out to me was very upset, and she told me that the marketing rep, or whatever you want to call her, the distributor for this particular company that I had words with, had just lost her baby. So was it directly because of the oils? I can't say that it definitely was. During the conversation that I had with the woman, she told me she was perfectly healthy. Did the oils contribute to it? I believe so, but again, there's no way to really tell. So
Okay.
my point in all of that is that you have to be careful, because right now doctors can test to say, "Oh yeah, she had too many Tylenol and that's why her liver failed." But doctors don't test for overuse of essential oils. They just don't think of it, and the person using them thinks that they're perfectly safe. So they would never blame the oils for what they're doing. So I only pray that that woman listened a little bit to what I had to say and started doing some research, so it could hopefully prevent her from going through that again, because I'm sure she was absolutely devastated.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I've lost 3 babies myself, so yes, it's a devastating experience. But you, when I asked about topics that you wanted to talk about, you mentioned pure oils or pure oils. What do you mean by that?
Okay, well, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but most essential oil companies out there buy from the same distributors, the same main companies. There's not very many companies out there that oil companies can buy their supply from. They're limited. Um, and so when you have company X saying that they're better than company Y or company Z, those letters are probably buying from the same people. It's all marketing crap. When